Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break the keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane. Living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't know you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, rage, don't waste it on me. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. Tonight, we are at the SERL Cup Series finale, and it's been a long season. We've been racing since February, and tonight we'll crown a champion. The SERL Cup Series tonight race brought to you by Doodle Dog Daria. Check them out on Facebook out of White Plains, Kentucky. 7 seconds left in practice. You see the top times: Osmer, Humphrey, McMillan Jr., Blake Giglio, Bill Stringfellow. We go into qualifying. First out on the track, Kyle Adcock, the number 9. Oh, Adcock goes around trying to get up to speed. Jonathan Cogswell out on the speedway as well, the number 27. He's had a fantastic year, one of our playoff drivers. Tyler Humphrey, second quickest in practice. Jamie Dunning in the number 13. He gets up to speed. Mark True in the 73, all out on the racetrack right now. Cogswell, 26.98. First one to cross the line. Let's see where Tyler Humphrey lines up. Just a little bit slower. Mark True hits the top spot. Matthew Prentice now getting up to speed. Here comes Ronnie Osmer, fastest in practice. We'll see if he's able to hang on. And qualify in the top spot. Cutting the dog leg, something that these guys are allowed to do. We will be utilizing the Geico restart zone in this race. Osmer working those hands. Look at the work that Ronnie Osmer's putting in for this qualifying lap. He's going to have to jump back to the pits and try and start over. Falovich in the number 12. This track very slick, difficult for these drivers. Andrew Rattel, the number 5. Rattel moves up to the top of the board at 26.71, just ahead of his teammate McMillan Jr. Matt Goodell, the 38, he'll run around, crosses the line here. As you can tell, iRacing has updated Phoenix, so a whole new layout. Move the start-finish line like it is in real life, and Ronnie Osmer will take the pole position. We are running for the 0X Designs Pole Award. Ronnie Osmer top of the board. Andrew Rattel second. McMillan third. Goodell's out there sixth quickest right now. His hearing sitting in the pits. That's all that's qualified so far. And we'll take a look at our points situation. Get everything pulled up here. And there's our current point situation. Blake Giglio, 83 points in the lead. And that's just mathematically not going to be able to catch him. Blake Giglio will be our 2021 Cup Series champion. But the race is on for second spot. Prize given away to the top three. So Bill Stringfellow and Ronnie Osmer fighting for that Simbox. Simbox, the sponsor of the SERL Cup Series, presented by Simbox. And if you need a button box, make sure you check out Simbox PC on Facebook. And Bill Stringfellow, Ronnie Osmer are going to be charging hard tonight. Only 1 point difference between the two coming into tonight. Battling for that Simbox. Stringfellow 83 out, Ronnie Osmer 84 out. John McMillan Jr. had to miss last week. He'll drop back to fourth, 114 points behind. See Justin Lumpkin now getting out onto the track. But that is your points situation. And Justin, he's the owner of Zero X Designs, gives away this sponsorship money to the pole sitter each week. So talked to Justin earlier this week. This paint scheme that he has is a memorial for one of his dad's best friends that passed away a couple of weeks ago. Said he was big into motocross, and all of his kids ride and race bikes. So he based this paint scheme off of one of his son's bikes. Pretty cool paint scheme. And Justin Lumpkin definitely knows how to paint him up in memory of Joey Powers. As Justin Lumpkin will move that car up to the second qualifying position. Second quickest out there. So great tribute to a good friend for Justin Lumpkin. And not only that, but he brought a hot rod, second quickest. Ran a good race last night in the Truck Series. We'll see if he's able to continue that streak. They're waiting to see if anybody else is going to choose to qualify. Ronnie Osmer is the pole sitter right now. We'll wait before we call him our Zero X Designs Pole Award winner. Let's take just a second here. Blake, he will be our champion. Let's take a look at this guy's stats this year. 32 starts so far this season. This is obviously does not include tonight's stats, but so far this season, 10 wins, 7 poles, 27 top 10s, and 22 top 5s. He wins 31% of the time. This guy knows how to get it done. An average finish of a top 5. He's led 1,033 laps. Just an incredible stat line for Blake Giglio. Doesn't look like he's going to set a qualifying lap. Going to choose to start from the back tonight. But Blake Giglio, an incredible season, a champion. here in the SERL Cup Series. Let's see if we can take a word with tonight's 0x Designs Pole Award winner. It's going to be Ronnie Osmer in the number 55. Hey, Ronnie, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, another pole here for you. You've won quite a few this season. Very fast on these qualifying laps. As we close out this season, what have you thought about SERL this season, and how are you so fast on these poles?
It's been a pretty fun, interesting season. Had a lot of ups and downs. It's definitely interesting. And my first time doing a full year kind of league. Is usually leagues I'm in do 2 seasons in one whole year. So this has been fun. Met a lot of cool guys in this league. Had a lot of fun with it. And it's just I love these. Just love these high horsepower, low downforce tracks. All the fun, fits my driving style, and hopefully I can just keep this car up front.
Yeah, absolutely. Saw you out there wheeling it in the high lane. You think that's going to be the lane to go? You think you're going to be able to save tires and get a win here tonight?
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the way to go. It's just with this setup and how much different the track is than it used to be in the past. It's just that bottom line is like dirt. It's just a dirt track. So if you want the grips, guys, keep the momentum and run it high.
Well, good luck. We're all gridding up here, so hopefully you can come out on top on this one, and a great season to you, Ronnie. Have a good one.
All right, thank you.
And that was Ronnie Osmer. As we take a look through the grid, tonight's race presented by Doodle Dog Daria. Rolling off from the pole position, Ronnie Osmer. He's our 0x Designs Pole Award winner. And the number 55, Ronnie Osmer, starting in the second spot. Justin Lumpkin out there in the number 4. Rolling off third, Andrew Rattel in the number 5. John McMillan Jr. will start 4th position, 4th in points. Tyler Humphrey, he's going to start in 5th spot. A great run. These closing few races showed a lot of speed. Jamie Dunning in 13th. You're in 6th. He'll start there in 6th in the number 13. Bill Stringfellow in the 83. He'll start 7th as he's battling with Ronnie Osmer for that second spot. Magadell in the 38. He'll start in 8th position. Matthew Prentice in 9th. Mark Chu will round out the top 10. Jonathan Cogswell in 11th. Dylan Falovich 12th. Kyle Adcock in 13th. Blake Giglio 14th. 15th is Casey Herring. 16th is Kevin Franks. And rounding out our field in the back is Joey Doucette in the number 22. We take a look at tonight's race info. 1 mile long. 86-degree track temp, so should have a little bit of grip for these guys. We'll see as we go forward. But it's going to be an exciting one, no doubt. And as we get ready for this start, we wait. Green flag is out, and here comes the field. Ronnie Osmer gets out front. And Andrew Rattel right on the back bumper of Ronnie Osmer, not letting him get away. Lumpkin trying to maintain third. They're 3 wide. Bill Stringfellow in the middle. Now they fan out back to double file. We saw the outside lane showing speed in practice. See if that translates into the race when they're racing side by side. Stringfellow on the inside lane, holding a little bit. Oh, but here comes McMillan looking to the inside. Tyler Humphreys moved up, and there goes Jamie Dunning. Gets sideways off the corner. He's going to lose several positions. The 73 gets scooted up the track. He's able to regain it. Blake Giglio already up 4 spots into the top 10. The stage tonight will be on lap 75. See if we make it that far. Top 2 have gapped the field. Ronnie Osmer out front. The race right now back here. Stringfellow on the high side trying to get around Justin Lumpkin. McMillan going to try and follow him through. Be a power move to get around on the outside. '83 able to get around. Now McMillan trying to get around Lumpkin. Lumpkin stuck down on the low lane. Great side-by-side battle. The high lane through 3 and 4 seems to have the biggest grip, or one and 2, excuse me. They've flipped this track around from what I'm used to, but 1 and 2, the grip is definitely on the high line. McMillan that time chooses to go low. I think the high lane are all the way around, maybe where the grip is. They've definitely put that resin in the iRacing model for sure. Get a lot of grip up on the high lane. Back through the field a little bit. Matthew Prentice right behind the 4. Dylan Falovich side by side back here. Jamie Dunning and Matt Goodell, they're racing for 11th position. Osmer setting some great lap times. Not quite a second ahead of Rattel. Rattel is doing a great job of hanging with him. Falovich up to the 8th position. Casey Herring up to 9th. Herring's gained 6 spots. So definitely on the move for that number 2. Matt Goodell able to stay ahead of the 27 of Cogswell. Matt Goodell holding the 12th spot for right now. Cogswell trying to work the inside line. Tyler Humphrey doing his best to reel in the number 5 for second position. Humphrey has shown a lot of speed here in these last few chase races. Missed a few races middle of the season, knocked him out of the playoffs, but was able to return and has shown, I'm telling you, tremendous speed, a lot of top 5 speed. And he may be a name that's familiar next season. Tyler running a little bit different line. May have tagged the wall there a little bit. Looks like he could have. Cost him a little bit of time. Closest battle for position still back here. 38 of Matt Goodell. And the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. Cogswell doesn't want to quite try the high line yet. He's still going to try and go down low. That time he gets a good run, side by side, got the nose up there alongside the 38. Gets a good run. 38 will cut the dog leg. Cogswell with a big line, cuts the corner a little bit more than the 38, trying to get a run off. Now they'll swap positions. Goodell in the high lane, Cogswell down low. They're side by side again. Mark Trees looking to get by as well. The Cogswell now up to the 12th spot. Here comes Mark True on the attack. That'll settle out a little bit. Up a little further in the field, Casey Herring trying to work on Matthew Prentice. Blake Giglio right behind. Giglio a little sideways through the corner, able to save it. Casey right to the back bumper of Prentice. Prentice loose off, has to get out of it. He's not going to do it. He's just going to wiggle down the straight and get it going back. But big loose for the 15. Herring trying all he can. Things starting to heat up front. The 94. Tyler Humphrey has reeled in the number 5 of Andrew Rattel for second position. Right there, just can't quite get around. The 2 of Casey Herring will get around Matthew Prentice. Blake Giglio going to start working on that 15 now. On a battle for the 4th position, John McMillan Jr. down on the low line. Tires really starting to become a factor now. 27 laps into the race. Who's doing the best job of saving that rubber? Both second and third are keeping pace with our leader right now. Tyler's right there. Both these guys reeling in the leader. Osmer may be starting to burn his stuff up front. Eight tenths the difference between first and second. Humphreys right there, about a second out of the lead. And all three may come together at the same time. Looking from the front of Tyler Humphrey's car. These guys try to take as much from this track as they can get, cutting every corner they can. 5 a lot lower through there. You saw those guys in the actual NASCAR race today running down below on the apron. Oh, we saw Tyler get a little loose right there. Had to let out. Osmer sideways off the corner. We're not quite halfway through the stage, and the effects of the tires starting to show. Both second and third reeling in our leader. Andrew Rattel in the 5 and second. Here comes the 94 on the outside. He gets loose. Took a big move to the inside, but that's going to cost Tyler Humphrey some time. Not only are these two really in our leader, but Bill Stringfellow, he's now within 2 seconds. He was over 3 seconds behind at one point, 1.8 seconds behind our leader. John McMillan Jr. reeling him in too. So everybody's starting to accordion back together as the tires start to wear. We'll take a lap with Osmer as he comes across the line. You'll see him working the wheel. And every time he's turning that thing back to the right, that's causing tire wear on the front tires and the rear. Most likely he's getting loose. He's turning way to the left. The thing might be getting a little bit tight. See, to the right, to the right. Looks like he might be tied in and loose off, which is causing a lot of tire wear on both the fronts and the rears. Big loose, big loose. You see just how much he's having to fight the wheel. Tyler Humphrey not giving up. Oh, Stringfellow lost some spots. He just got loose out of the corner and lost a couple of positions. Tyler getting a good run through the corner. Battle for the top three keeps getting tighter and tighter. McMillan now within 2 seconds. And I think we're just seeing it's just hard to pass out there. Tyler Humphrey continuing to work on the back bumper of Andrew Rattel. Just can't find an opening to get by. Goodell up on the outside of Prentice. Prentice with a big move to the high line. Looks like Prentice may have burned his stuff up. He was up there about 8th. Actually, it looks like he's got some right side damage. See if we can find a spot where we can take a look at the right side of that car. Yeah, he's definitely hit the wall at some point. He's going to try and continue to move forward. Tyler Humphrey's lost a little bit of ground to Andrew Rattel, still within a second of the leader. Osmer's hanging on to his lead. Oh, there's the 94 right back to the bumper. A big entry. Now Humphrey to the high lane. Can he get around? You know there's grip up there. This is the battle for second spot. Tyler Humphrey with a run off the corner. A time across the line. Humphrey had it, but can he hold on to it side by side still as Rattel cuts the dog leg? And Humphrey going to power around the 5. And Humphrey is faster. I think he's faster than our leader. He's been kind of trapped behind the 5 for several laps. Well, let's see if he can now run down Osmer in the lead. As we are 50 laps into the Doodle Dog Daria 165. And that car sponsored by Doodle Dog Daria. The number 94, Tyler Humphrey, a man on the move, a man on a mission, up to second spot, a half a second off the lead, and catching our leader, Ronnie Osmer. Last lap time, Humphrey was a 10th quicker. Let's take a look this time around as they cross the line. Osmer 28.19, Humphrey at 28.09, 1/10 quicker for Humphrey. A couple of laps, he should be right there. And it looks like Rattel has worn those tires a little more than he wanted. McMillan Jr. is going to move into the 3rd spot. Justin Lumpkin keeping up in the top 5. His speed has really improved the second half of the season. He has been a force here in the last few races as well. Tyler doing all he can to hunt down the 55 of Osmer. I think Osmer has kicked it into another gear once he saw the 94 of Humphrey get around the 5 of Rattel. And Tyler's gaining a lot of time on the entry, but he gets loose right across the line, and he loses about a 10th. Humphrey a lot faster that time around. Can he reel him in? The top 5 all coming together. Within 2 seconds, the top 5. Humphrey's right there. Humphrey trying to get around on the high side, almost into the wall. He cuts the dog leg, takes a look low. Not going to have enough. Osmer, a big run through 3 and 4. And here comes McMillan Jr. Humphrey down low, side by side for the lead. Has to let out to not get into Osmer, and here comes McMillan Jr. on the high lane. 3 wide through there. McMillan going to battle down low. And this is what Osmer needed. He kind of needed McMillan to get up here and battle with the 94 to try and extend his gap some, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. McMillan jumps to the high lane. That's the way Humphrey drove around Rattel. McMillan now into second position, and Humphrey's going to have to try and figure out something, or else 2 more is going to get around him. Caution on the speedway. Not sure what caused it. We've got 1 around. Looks like the number 9. Oh, he's in the pit lane. I'm not sure what caused it. No, it was from the 55 of Osmer, our leader. Somehow I missed that. So focused on that battle for second spot, our leader Osmer goes around. Osmer sideways, locked it up there to try and save it. Goes sideways again. Oh, did tag the inside wall. That's what caused the caution. Contact to the inside wall. And as he gets going back up to speed, he'll drop back to 6th position. And we're going to take a look as our leaders come down the pit lane. John McMillan Jr. will be the first one in his pit box. Stringfellow's in there. First off the pit lane, John McMillan Jr. So John McMillan Jr. will be our leader after all this. Tyler Humphrey will come out in 2nd position. Andrew Rattel in 3rd. Justin Lumpkin 4th. And Ronnie Osmer will come up to 5th, and Blake Giglio, 2021 champion, in the 5th spot now as Casey Herring goes back down the pit lane, it looks like. Not sure what happened to Casey. Slowed down. Ronnie's going to get a penalty there for causing the caution, so he'll have to go back to the back. Caution lights still on. Let's see if we can get a word with one of our competitors, Tyler Humphrey. Let's see if we can find him in their Discord. Hey, Tyler, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you've showed a lot of speed throughout these chase races. I know you're not eligible for the championship, but you've shown a lot of speed, and no different here today. What do you think it's going to take to get the win here at Phoenix?
Not spinning out of the corner. Ronnie just showed us why we need to be patient on the throttle. So,
You think that high line is working pretty well? Looks like you're gaining a lot of time on entry of 3, looking real fast out there.
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I feel like it's a matter of time. If I send it in there too hard, I'll hit the wall. So I'm trying to just keep it smooth and not driving over my head. So I think it definitely is a different line than most people are taking. So
Yeah, well, good luck as we get ready to go green, and hopefully get a stage win here in about 10 laps.
thank you.
And that was Tyler Humphrey, second place competitor. Control on the restart here is McMillan Jr. And once again, hasn't come into much play yet, but we are going down to the Geico restart zone. And let's take a look here from the roof cam of the 51. You'll see it straight ahead here. Right there, Geico. That's where these guys have got to come down to restart, and then it'll be on John McMillan Jr. And here they come, green flag. We're going to do a little turn up the volume here. These guys are racing hard for position. Osmer has made his way back up to the 9th position. He's trying to get as many points as he can here before the end of the stage. It's going to end on lap 75. McMillan Jr. out front, not feeling a whole lot of pressure right now from the 94 of Tyler Humphrey. Blake Giglio, our biggest mover, up 10 spots to 4th position. Wheeling it off the corner. Continue to watch Osmer make his way up through the field. Right behind the 73, down on the apron, trying to get a nose to the inside. Oh! Mark True sends it in. Has to let off to stay out of the 12 of Falovich. Oh, and there goes the 73 around. No contact. We stay green. We'll take a quick look. That's what happened to the 73 there. Oh, I didn't see the 27, I think, and as soon as he saw him come onto his screen, had to make an evasive maneuver. Somehow nobody hits him. We continue on, green flag. McMillan Jr., our leader. Only 1 point difference between Osmer and Stringfellow, and Osmer's moving back up into 7th spot. He's trying to get to Stringfellow to try and gain that point and be equal by the end of the stage. The 83 of Stringfellow. He's trying to hold on. Couple more laps, just trying to get another point on Osmer. McMillan 114 out. He's 30 behind these two in their battle. Don't think he's going to be able to catch him. Even though he is leading the stage, as we are down to the white flag on the stage. Stringfellow trying to hold on. He's going to gain a couple of positions here. McMillan Jr. going to be the leader for the stage. Humphrey's going to try and send it in on the high line. And that'll be the end of the stage. McMillan Jr. will win the stage. Unofficial results: McMillan Jr. in first, Tyler Humphrey second, Andrew Rattel third, Blake Giglio in fourth, Bill Stringfellow in fifth spot. Sixth is Lumpkin, seventh Falovich, and eighth for Ronnie Osmer, ninth Cogswell, and 10th Jamie Dunning for the final stage of the season. And by that math, let's take a look. That should put Stringfellow 4 points now ahead of Osmer. McMillan Jr. showing his speed. If you're enjoying the show that these guys are putting on, make sure you support our sponsors, Simbox PC. If nothing else, go give them a like on Facebook. Comment on some of the pictures and say, you know, SERL sent us. Doodle Dog Dairy, of course, on Facebook. You can check them out as well. Just search for Doodle Dog Dairy. Make sure that you check out Simbox again and 0X Designs. You need an iRacing paint. He's painted a lot of these cars out here, including this one, this tribute car for his father's friend. And of course, Sim Shots. Check out Sim Shots. They've got a Facebook and they do some phenomenal iRacing photography. And you can't leave out Sim Racer Hub, the sponsor of our truck series. Keeps all of our stats, all of our points. The way we were able to show you Blake's stats earlier, and the points, of course, is because of Sim Racer Hub. SimRacerHub.com. If you're on iRacing, you've got to check out SimRacerHub.com. Tyler Humphrey on the attack, trying to gain enough ground to get to the inside of McMillan. So Osmer up to sixth. We're about halfway in. Stringfellow has faded a little bit, back to 8th spot. He's trying to save on the long run, I think. Oh, we've got one around Matthew Prentice. And he'll jump to the pits. of the corner just gets loose. Hard noses into the inside wall. Stopped backwards on the track, and that's what triggered the caution. So he hit the tow button to try and get back to the pits and get out of the way. So everybody down the pit lane. Actually, our top 4 stay out. John McMillan Jr., Andrew Rattel, Justin Lumpkin, and Kevin Franks all stay out on the racetrack. They'll all pit this time around. Everyone else pitted last lap, so I'm not sure if they didn't see the pits were open or what happened there with that sequence. That's certainly interesting. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. So why these guys did not pit this time around. So they come around. Not sure the lights say red. The pace car had not caught them yet. But the pit lane must have been open. Second place pitted. Some guys stayed out. Everyone else comes in. So an interesting development there. Not sure what happened. And then they all ended up catching the pace car. I'm not sure. It may be a bug here at this new Phoenix Speedway. So interesting, but that's going to shuffle Blake into the lead. So that'll shuffle all those guys back. McMillan Jr. will be 11th. Rattel 12th. Lumpkin in 13th. Kevin Franks 14th. And it looks like Matthew Prentice is logged out and called it a day. So Matthew Prentice will finish in the 17th position. Waiting for these guys to get down to the Geico restart zone. Green flag. You see these guys all jump down different directions. Osmer down on the far inside, down below the apron as he's trying to get a run off. Humphrey, you see the sparks fly, tags the outside wall, able to hold it straight as Osmer pressuring on the inside. Osmer will get by up to second. Blake Giglio still in the lead. And I don't know that Giglio is going to fight Osmer too hard. You see Osmer all the way on the apron. No yellow line rule here. Oh, and the 5 goes around. Oh, the 4 come down and the 9, they all come together. Oh, the 12 and the 51 to get together. The 12 slows down. Everybody checked up back there. which ended up sending the 5. Didn't hit anything other than the car in front. But now he's half a lap down. Showed a lot of speed. Unfortunate, you know, that, not sure what happened there with the pit road, but put him back there in that spot. But up front, Blake Giglio in the lead. Osmer pushing to try and get around. Humphrey not giving up, trying to battle back. Osmer up on the high lane. Humphrey down across the dog leg. Osmer got the bigger run down the straight, though. Still side by side in Giglio's mirror. And Osmer with a big power move out of the corner around Giglio on the high lane. Tyler Humphrey to the inside of Blake Giglio. Not going to be able to get it that time around. Bill Stringfellow with the best seat in the house. That's the cool thing about Phoenix. You can run several different lines. Giglio and Humphrey both sideways off the corner. Tyler with that big entry into 3 that we've seen him do so well. As the desert sun starts to set, sun's going to get into these guys' eyes. Giglio trying to work the bottom. Humphrey all over. And you see the sun glaring into their eyes as they go down the backstretch. It's hard to see when you've got that glare. We'll take a look again as Humphrey tries to get a run out of the corner. As the sun starts to set here in the desert of Phoenix, Arizona. A 100 laps in, into the triple digits. We're getting down to the last 65 laps. Ronnie Osmer out front. Giglio in second. Humphrey been top 3 all night long, sits third. Stringfellow in 4th spot. He's having a battle now with John McMillan Jr., who was one of those cars caught in on the pit lane. Or that pit bug, whatever it was. Giglio makes the move for the lead. Side by side with Osmer. And Osmer having a push to get through the field. May have burnt the tires up, but he holds strong. Giglio trying to get a big arc into the corner. Door to door with the 94. Now Humphrey across the dog leg. 3 wide. Humphrey chooses to back out. Probably a smart decision. Doesn't want to wreck the leaders. Osmer trying to pinch Giglio a little bit. Osmer with a big run. Giglio will jump up into 2nd. Now Humphrey sends it into the high lane. And Humphrey's running an interesting line, and it's worked well for him tonight. Stringfellow still able to hold off McMillan. McMillan to the inside. Stringfellow getting a run off the corner. That time McMillan gets a little close. Mark True, we saw him get loose earlier and lose a lot of ground. He's back up to the 6th position. A good bounce back for him. Top 3 still battling hard. Osmer, Giglio, Humphrey. These 3 battling it out lap after lap. Still a long way to go. 108 of 165 in the books. Giglio takes another look to the inside. Osmer with a big run off the corner. Giglio a big run this time. He'll send it into 2. Osmer, big run through the corner, and Humphrey can't quite figure out how to get around. He may be the fastest of the 3. The heavyweights battling 1st and 2nd. Osmer works in NASCAR, former ARCA Series driver. Giglio, of course, our 2021 Series champion. Is he sideways? But he keeps his foot in it, doesn't lose any time. Of course, Tyler Humphrey showing so much speed in these last few races. He's going to be a name to remember next season, no doubt about it. Oh, and Giglio has to let out, lets Humphrey by. Now Humphrey's going to try and figure out how to get around Osmer. McMillan still attacking Stringfellow, back for 4th position. Humphrey with a great line into turn 3. Continues to send it down through the dogleg. Runs a little higher than Osmer that time. Can he get a big run down the straight? McMillan is able to get around Stringfellow. They're still side by side. This for 4th position. And this matters because Osmer and Stringfellow battling for 2nd in points. Stringfellow doesn't want to lose any more positions as the 73 will go around. And it's going to make it difficult on Stringfellow to hold that 2nd spot if Osmer's able to win this race. You got to think that Stringfellow's up there rooting hard for Humphrey and Giglio, either one, to get around Osmer. Humphrey in on the inside. The nose out front. He's going to wash up. Oh, he sends the 94 around. The 94 spins out. Caution on the speedway. The 94 cleared the 55 of Osmer. So the 94, you see the slide job, clears him. Humphrey worked so hard to get around. Take a look from the inside of the 55. See what he saw from the cockpit. Everyone goes down the pit lane. So Giglio's up front. McMillan in second. We're getting ready to go green. So Giglio up front as we get ready to go green. We're down into the Geico restart zone. There it is. Green flag. Giglio gets a good start. Mark True in second. He's had a great recovery to get back up here. And he's going to try and find his way around our champion, Blake Giglio. He gets a little loose. McMillan's going to try and attack the 73 if he gets an opportunity. Giglio still in the lead, and Mark True, he sees that clean air in front of the 16 and he wants it. Moves to the high line. He's going to try and get a run off the corner down the backstretch. Osborne back up to 11th already. Humphrey involved in that last incident. He's driven all the way back up to 5th spot as he's trying to get around Lumpkin to move back into 4th. Humphrey not done yet. He might be the fastest car on the track. The thing is he just hasn't had the lead yet. Hosmer making moves to get around Jamie Dunning and Joey Doucette. Track position matters so much as Mark True hadn't been up here, but now that he's up here, he's very fast. The clean air makes such a huge difference. That time Giglio tried to take the 73's line away. Mark True to the inside. Two chrome cars battling out. First and second. Mark True Sends it into the inside. He's going to get a nose to the inside of the 16. Oh! Oh, they wreck. And Giglio, big damage. And everybody stops on the front stretch or the back stretch. A huge parking lot. We'll go back and take a look, but it looked like there may have been netcode involved. We'll see. Yeah. We'll try and get a better look. See if we can see just how much netcode's involved here. So yeah, you definitely see the netcode. But then at that point, everyone just piles in as the caution doesn't come out. You see the 22 and the 13 get together as he's trying to stop the 38, sending it through on the inside line. The 83 was able to get through. Let's see if he made it through without damage. Cars bouncing inside, outside, sliding all around the track, and Bill Stringfellow able to get through. So Stringfellow is going to come out the leader and Osmer in second. Those two battling for second in points. So that's going to be a fierce battle. We're getting ready to go green. We're double file again. A lot of cars with a lot of damage. Several cars able to take their fast repairs. But a lot of cars had already taken their fast repair. Green flag. Stringfellow out front. Osborne's going to look to the inside. Osborne down low. They're 2, 3, 4 wide in the back. The 22 goes around. Yellow flag. Joey Doucette into the wall. Yeah, Joey comes back across the track, cuts the dog leg. The thing about cutting the dog leg, it can be faster, but you got to be very careful. You know, make sure these other cars, you don't hit them when you come back out onto the track. As you see, Doucette didn't realize the 98 was there. Probably thought the car was up on the outside, and as he comes back out on the track, just right across the nose of 98, hard nose into the outside wall. So a very wrecked race car for the 22 of Doucette. So McMillan Jr. will come in and take a set of tires. It looks like he may have taken his reset. So a fresh car from McMillan, a fresh set of tires, new rubber compared to the drivers in front of him with enough time for it to matter. Dunning, he'll be out of this one. Kevin Franks will get his reset. As you see all the league sponsors on that car, we appreciate Kevin Franks supporting our sponsors here in the SERL. Of course, Jamie Dunning, very damaged. Mark True, that car destroyed. Stringfellow got a little bit of damage on the right side, but shouldn't affect him a whole lot. As the lights are out here in Phoenix. Lights still on the pace car. We'll see if they go off right here. Valovich, he's moved up to third, and Casey Herring in fourth. They hadn't been up here all day in the top five, and here they are, third and fourth. I think they're going to show out. Of course, Tyler Humphrey still in fifth spot. I don't think that he's... Don't think he's done yet. He can still get around a couple of these guys. He's been one of the fastest cars all night long. As the pace car will peel in and we'll head towards the Geico restart zone. Green flag. Stringfellow to the high line. Oh, Casey in the wall. Another one's around behind the 16 of Giglio goes around. Yellow flag. And Giglio goes around. So Giglio around, our championship winner. He looked like he was trying to avoid the 4, but so some cautions late. Everyone pushing and trying to get all they can. The Stringfellow is still out front. Osmer second. We're down to the final 24 laps. Osmer and Stringfellow battling for that second place in the points. (16) of Giglio comes back around to catch the tail end of the field after being involved in that. Now the caution lights off on the pace car. Double file, 21 to go when we get the green flag. Stringfellow going to try and hold off Osmer again. Get down to the Geico restart zone. This has been a good race. We're down to the nighttime. The lights are on in Phoenix. Green flag. The 83 went late that time. That time Osmer, a big move from the outside all the way down into the dog leg. He's going to be sideways, or side by side, excuse me, with the 83. Down on the apron, Osmer wasting no time getting around Bill Stringfellow. Stringfellow with a good run through the corner. He's back to the side as Adcock kicks it loose on the right side of your screen. Stringfellow back to the lead. That time Osmer sideways off the corner. Falovich doing his best to get up here and try and fight for this win. Still side by side, 20 to go. Stringfellow on the inside, Osmer up high, he gets loose on entry. But a great drive through the corner. Side by side still, Osmer battling on the high lane. He's got the nose out front. Stringfellow looks like he's going to give a slide job. Osmer with a crossover. Osmer cut the dog leg and gained a lot of time. Oh, but he gets loose. He moves to the high line. Stringfellow back down low with another crossover. Crossover City. Osmer now down low. He'll send it in, gets loose. These guys are not lifting. Even when they get loose, they are not letting it off the throttle. Stringfellow with a good run through 1 and 2. Osmer taking a peek on the inside. Stringfellow holds that outside line, tries to get the run. Humphrey has now made his way into third. Humphrey sideways, he keeps his foot in it. Stringfellow maintaining the outside line. Osmer, though, gaining time down low. Cuts the dog leg, gets the nose out front for a second, but Stringfellow with the run. Humphrey's now going to be on the outside of the 55. It's a three-way battle for the lead. Humphrey's going to try and follow Bill Stringfellow on the high line to try and get a run on Osmer. The battle for second now. Osmer still fighting for first. Falovich joining this group. He's going to get to the inside. They're 2 by 2. First, second, third, and fourth. McMillan, we saw him take tires after everyone else. He's got the freshest rubber. He's in fifth. Everyone focused. Stringfellow up in the first position. He gets a good run off the corner. Humphrey now side by side with Osmer. And this is what Stringfellow wants to see. He wants to see Osmer drifting back. Stringfellow working the high line. Humphrey. He's gaining. Falovich right on the back door of Osmer as Osmer's maintaining third position. Caution on the speedway. The 5 of Andrew Rattel goes around. And we'll re-rack them and go again. And the 5 who was running up there in the 7th position. Oh, the 4 gets loose in. Sends it in way hard. You see the 4 sends it in real hard. We'll take one more look at it. This time from the 4. Four got a big run. But that spins the 5 around. We have a caution. So up front, Bill Stringfellow in the lead. Tyler Humphrey in second. Lights off on the pace car. We're going to have 7 laps. And these guys have been a heavyweight fighting crossover after crossover. We'll get down to the Geico restart zone. Green flag. He waited at the very end of the restart zone that time. Stringfellow out front. Tyler Humphrey in second. Can Tyler get around? Here comes Ronnie Osmer. He went to the pits, took a fresh set of tires. He's 3 wide on the bottom. Osmer all the way down low. Couldn't get a run. Oh, the 94 and the 51 make contact. Humphrey up the track. He almost touches the wall. Osmer gets stuck on the high line. Oh, the 5 goes around again. Caution. Overtime. So Andrew Rattel around again. You see that thing crab walking. He's going to be out of this one. I think he's already used his fast repair. Oh, and Cogswell gets loose. That'll put Jamie Dunning's in at the lucky dog, so a lot of damage for that number 13. That's going to put him 5 laps down. We're going into overtime. John McMillan Jr., he's got the freshest tires. Let's take a look at the pit strategy. You see Stringfellow has been out there 46 laps. McMillan 27, Herring 22. So if Stringfellow is going to be able to hold on for 2 laps, it's going to be tough. Way fresher tires for the 51. We head down towards that Geico restart zone. The pace car is off. We'll head down the length of the backstretch. Overtime here at Phoenix in the season finale for the SERL Cup Series. Green flag is out. Casey Herring on the high side. The 12 goes around. And another yellow flag. Dylan Falovich wrecks on that one. And Stringfellow survives another one. That was the first overtime. The 12 and the 51 make contact. You see the 12 goes all the way around. The 12, the only one that goes around, doesn't cause a whole lot of damage, didn't hit the wall, so he'll be able to fight again. Stringfellow's still out front. Stringfellow may choose the outside line here, not sure. He will move high. He does choose the outside line. This will be second overtime. Still 3 laps remaining, of course. Tyler Humphrey up there in the 3rd spot. Just hasn't had enough to get around and into the lead, but he has been a top 3 car or top 2 car this entire race. Lights off on the pace car. We're going to try and re-rack him and go again. Osmer is up to the 5th position. He's definitely one to watch. Stringfellow on the outside line going to be the control car. We'll see when he chooses to go. He's been going early. He's been going late. Second overtime in the SERL season finale in the Doodle Dog Daria 165. Green flag out for what may be the last time. Oh, Humphrey sends it in. Can't everyone make it around the whole lap? Osmer up on the high lane. He gets loose. Able to save it. Stringfellow just looking for the white flag. Casey Herring right behind. But that'll be it. White flag. 1 to go. Casey Herring with fresher tires. Can he get around the 83? Stringfellow on the high lane. Casey Herring down low. Herring with a little bit of a nose. They'll send it into the final corner. Side by side. Who's going to get it? Casey Herring with the win. Bill Stringfellow comes home second. He'll take second in the points championship. And Tyler Humphrey, with a fantastic run, will end up third. And champion, Blake Giglio. Casey Herring, first win of the season in the series finale. But that's the man of the hour, Blake Giglio. champion, Blake Giglio. And of course, winner Casey Herring out there doing his burnout. Well earned, a fantastic final lap. The Blake Giglio champion. We'll see if we can get a word with our race winners, our top three in the finish there. We watched Blake Giglio go down and head towards victory lane. He's trying to find his way in there. Third place finisher, Tyler Humphrey. See if we get a word with Tyler. Hey, Tyler, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man, a fantastic race. Well-deserved top three. And you were, I don't know, maybe the fastest car out there all night. Just couldn't quite find your way to the lead. What was the difference between a third-place finish and a win here tonight?
It was a lot. I really felt like I had the speed for it. We didn't have a long run at the end, and that hurt me. But yeah, had some bad luck. I feel bad. I didn't mean to go up and clear in front of Ronnie. Just got loose. So.
Well, a great showing here in the last race. We've got some next gens coming up. Do you think that you're going to be more competitive in the next gens? I know here at the end of this Gen 6 cars, you were super competitive.
It'll be a big learning curve, but I think I'll figure them out pretty quick. So I'm excited to have that next series coming up. So.
Well, a great finish, top three tonight for you, Tyler. You got anybody you'd like to thank after this one?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the race sponsor, Doodle Dog Dairy. I appreciate them sponsoring it, and you for broadcasting, and everybody out there watching.
All right, and appreciate you for bringing on Doodle Dog Dairy for our title sponsor tonight, and a great season overall for you, Tyler. And I'm looking forward to being able to race you in those next gens.
Yeah, same.
All right, and that was Tyler Humphrey, our third place finisher. Now to Bill Stringfellow, second in tonight's race and second in the championship. Hey, Bill, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
How's it going?
Doing good, man. You're going to come home second in the championship, but that race, man, what a thriller. Just the whole race. But there at the end, you were able to battle it out. Did you know that Casey had, way fresher tires than you, or was that not even on your mind?
I knew he had about 30 lap fresher tires. I figured I was probably in trouble there, but trying to battle for the points, I knew I needed to finish ahead of Ronnie because he had led a lot of laps, or at least within one position of him. And when he pitted, I knew there was no chance I could pit, just from the strategy standpoint. The last couple cautions really helped out and kept me ahead of some of those guys with fresher tires, but I knew Casey had much fresher tires than me. I think they're around 30 laps fresher. And I started on the outside on that last restart, hoping that Tyler could get a good run on him and maybe challenge Casey for a lap or so, and then I might have a chance at winning, but I'm happy with the second. That was a good race.
Yeah, it was a fantastic race. you know, me, you, and Jamie put this league together. We started all the way back in February, and here we are in November, 38 races later. What are your thoughts on this season and the league as a whole?
It has been an incredibly fun and challenging season. It's been very competitive. The top 4 or 5 in points have been right there most of the season, so everybody had a chance. Like, we had a bunch of different winners other than Blake winning a lot of races, but we had several different winners, and I'm very proud of everyone in the league. Several of them started out a little rough, but toward the end of the season here have really, really picked up and become very competitive, and I couldn't be more proud of the guys that have competed this season.
And I know, you know, the end of this race got hectic there at the end. A lot of cautions there, you know, several green-white checkers. But this race as a whole was a lot of green flag racing, and that is such a difference from the Phoenix race early in the season. I think it's just a huge testament to this whole group to improve that much over the course of just one season.
I completely agree. I think we had like 20 cautions or something like that here the first race this season. It was rough. So to get to where we are with only a few, other than, I mean, obviously at the end, everybody's pushing as hard as they can to try and get the best finish they can for the season. And those are understandable, but we had a lot of pointless cautions the first race here. And it shows, but I mean, just look at how good the racing's been here toward the end of the season. Like, these last 4 or 5 races, it's been so competitive. People running door to door. It's been really good. I'm really proud of everyone.
And, you know, you're no slouch out there. You come home second in the season points, just 3/100ths of a second from getting your second win of the season. Do you got anybody you'd like to thank after this season and after this race tonight, Bill?
I want to thank you and Jamie for putting the lead together and having me be a part of it. It's been the best experience I've had in the league so far. Thank you for the broadcasting. Thanks to everyone who's watching in my Twitch channel right now. I actually had some people show up that I hadn't talked to in a couple months, so that was awesome to talk to them again during this race. Probably helped me to stay focused because I've been incredibly sick this week. My wife and little sister for putting up with me this week, especially when I've been so sick, and being all right with me taking the time to race.
All right. Well, great job, Bill, and look forward to being able to race with you here in these next gens coming up very soon.
Yeah, look forward to running the next gens and next season, hopefully.
Absolutely. That was Bill Stringfellow, second place finisher. Let's get a word with Casey Herring as he gets his first win of the season. Hey, Casey, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a strategy call to come and get tires when you did, and man, it paid off. You end up winning this one by 0.03 seconds on just an incredible finish and a clean race there at the end between you and Bill. Just, man, a thriller up here in the broadcast booth. What do you got to say after that incredible finish?
Dakota, I'm not going to go winless.
That's right.
Finally in the first season. But no, it was wild out there tonight. It was fun on track. The cars were super edgy. There was I don't know, man, like you could not put the power down. People were throwing sliders and crossovers, and it was crazy out there. It was a fun way to go out on a bang with these guys, and I'm glad I ended the season getting a win. So great year.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been competitive in a lot of these races, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think you led a whole lap in this race. I think it was like all of a half of one turn.
Yeah.
But it was just enough to get that win. What did you think about this whole season? I know you've been, like I said, very competitive, and man, really showed off here tonight.
Oh man, I didn't think I like Phoenix, and I didn't think I would like this new one, but this track's a lot more fun. Funner than the I guess last generation of this track. But the season and all, man, it's a lot of ups and downs. It was a rough season for me. I started out well. Had a lot of issues with the internet and missed a bunch of races, so basically I never got to race for playoffs. Got wrecked in a lot of races. I would run well, and I would get wrecked at the end. I don't know. It was just a good season, though. It was a fun first year in this new league. Excited to see what you guys do for next season, next year. Just overall good time, good people. Minus Blake.
Yeah, minus Blake. Well, appreciate you, man.
Good job to Blake as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you coming out here and running, and congratulations on getting your first win of the season.
Thank you.
Here in the last race. You got anybody you'd like to thank after this season and after this race?
Shout out everybody at SERL. It was, like I said, fun year, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of good people. I'm glad a lot of people stuck around for the ending. Obviously, you've done a good job this year. Shout out to all the teammates, Dylan Followich as always. We always go back and forth with each other, but we always help each other out a lot. And as always, Justin Lumpkin. Shout out to that man for everything he does for me and all the support he gives me, all the cars. Like, great person, great person. As y'all seen tonight, he was running a special scheme, I think, for his father's friend tonight, Joey Powers, who passed away. So shout out to all of them. I hope you guys are doing well. You guys are in my prayers. But yeah, everybody else, Reaper, Outrun, Dylan, Justin, it was a great year.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Casey, and a great job here. Getting your first win of the season. Great job.
Thank you.
That was race winner Casey Herring, and parked in victory lane right now. We can get over to him. Maybe not. Is Blake Giglio. For some reason it's not gonna let me switch over to him. Blake Giglio, our champion. Then we get a word with the number 16. Hey Blake, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey Dakota.
Man, a phenomenal season. I don't know if you're looking at the broadcast, but we've got a championship winning race card that Mr. Justin Lumpkin made up for you. It's got your stats up there. Your 10 wins, 22 top fives, 27 top tens. You were definitely the Kyle Larson of the SERL, dominant all season. What do you got to say after coming home and winning this championship here in our inaugural season?
Yeah, man. Definitely big. You know what I mean? We had a really good season. We started off a little slow, but we ended up working just our way through there, getting more confidence every week, and eventually the wind started popping up, and we kind of lit on fire there. And you know, it's just I didn't do anything right tonight. You know, I wrecked, and then I didn't keep the car clean, and yeah, just messed everything up tonight. But definitely big here to win the championship.
Yeah, after 10 wins, like I said, 22 top fives, 27 top tens, you're entitled to have an off night, especially when you come down into this playoff, the chase format. You build over an 80-point lead in 9 races. Didn't really even have to start this race, but appreciate you getting out there and running some laps. Man, just a phenomenal race. Are you looking forward to the next gens? Do you think you're going to be as competitive in those when we start those here in the next week or two?
I have no idea. I didn't even know if I was going to be competitive in this series. So we're going to play it by ear. I'm sure, I think it'll be decent. I feel like it's a very draft-heavy car. So I think everyone's going to be pretty good. It's going to be a pretty entertaining series to watch.
Well, a phenomenal season to you, Blake. You are our 2021 inaugural SERL champion. Give a big shout out to any sponsors or anybody that's helped you along the way. Now's your time, buddy.
Rocket Racing Setups. They give me all my open setup for all my races. Shout out to them. You for broadcasting this whole series and not racing. I appreciate that. SCRL as a whole, guys did a great job all season, and J Lump for making that beautiful paint that we run every week. It's great paint. I love it. Security Pro, JC, CDC Racing. Just Low Jerky Sports, and just everyone that makes these races possible.
Well, fantastic job to Blake all season. Definitely our most winning driver in any series, the most dominant driver. So great job. I look forward to being able to race with you out there, and hopefully we can have some door-to-door battles next season.
Hopefully, don't wreck me like you did in that recruitment race, but should be some fun.
Well, we'll try to not make it look intentional. You know, there's an art to that, right?
I didn't know that. I guess I'm not very good at that.
All right, buddy, you have a good one. Great job on this championship. You definitely earned it.
Thanks, man.
And that was our 2021 inaugural SERL champion, Blake Giglio. Absolutely a powerhouse all season long. Great job to you, Blake. And a great job to all the SERL drivers. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that's competed with us this season. The admins, Bill Stringfellow, Jamie Dunning, Christopher Howell, even Joey Doucette, who helps us with the truck series. A big shout out to everybody who's helped with us. Dustin Matson, he helps with us some in the SERL. But a big shout out to every driver who has driven this season. And as we've progressed through the season, you know, from the broadcast booth, it's been a lot more tight racing and a lot more clean racing. And it has been exciting as we've gone through less cautions, more racing. It has been just an incredible season. It's just great to see these guys grow throughout the season. And I appreciate everybody who's driven in this series and in this league. And as we go forward, like I said, the next gens, we'll be having a next gen off-season series that starts next week. And then our SERL Season 2 Cup Series will start in February. And hope you all are ready for that. But once again, congratulations to Blake Giglio, our champion. And as for this season, that's all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.